Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to try out the Autoship #1 for the Marquise, the Grand Marquise. I kept saying Marquise in the last video, sorry guys, you know what I mean. The Grand Marquise, it says Grand Marquise out there. Which is like, I already forgot what it's called. It says, it's like celebrations, congratulate, I don't even know, and birthday set. I already did the video on the 3D make. Oh, how funny. I just saw this piece of paper over here because I always try to put things away, you know, back into little tub or whatever, and I literally just walked by and I thought, oh, this will be cute because I'm gonna make it like a birthday or whatever kind of card, this will work. And then I just realized, because I used it on this cup, but we're gonna use this today anyway, on the cup of this, the liner. So yes, I want to make a card. I did ask in that video if you guys wanted to see just like a card made with these things, so it does have items for that, to let me know. And if I have, you know, several people asking for it, I will do that. And I did have several people asking for that. So that's what we're going to do today. Again, this was the Grand Marquise auto ship. So if you picked up the Grand Marquise, there was an auto ship available. It's not available yet just as, you know, by itself. Sometimes they'll have overstock and then you'll be able to pick up these extra sets, but I haven't seen it yet. And this just came out, so it might take a couple weeks even at that. And I keep forgetting I have the storage thing to put this in. Does this fit in here? So a lot of times I leave things on the paper. Oh yeah, that one fits. Is this the same size? Oh yeah, cool. So they'll both slide in there. And this, and then I always fold these back up and put them away together. And of course, put your label in this little slidey part here. And I always do mention whenever I review just like these pockets, whenever you put this in, don't just like push it in from out here because it's going to start bending. It just doesn't work well. So what I usually do is I try to just, you know, pop it open a little bit, and I just bring it in a little at a time. So just a little bit like this. See how my hand's very close to it? Because if you start putting it in from way out here, it's just going to get a bend and then it's like impossible. So just keep it kind of close and tight when you're doing that. Would be the best result, I think. Okay, so we're gonna make a card, and again, like I said, I don't have this link, but if I'm using other items that I can link for you guys, you know, those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. People have asked me if I have the new items that Diamond Press just put on their site. I do have them. I have not heard back from them how to work with them, and as far as what they were needing from me, right? Because they just had this new release and they have their discount code, which is not my discount code. And thank you guys for letting me know on their new site, my VCDP10 is not working. I did ask about that too, and I haven't heard back. So I don't know what's going on. So I don't want to get ahead and just make a video and give the wrong information or whatever. So I'm gonna wait to hear from them, guys. So hopefully everything's okay. I don't know. It's kind of rare that I don't hear from them kind of often. So I was like, no, it's odd. We'll see. So that's what I'm waiting for, guys. So hopefully I'll be able to make those videos for you. Okay. I need to cut this 5.5 by 8.5 so I can score it at 4.25. I just have this piece of cardstock that's already cut, so I'm just going to use this. But I know it's not quite the right size yet. So 5.5. My card base. Again, this is that Michael's paper, and it's just bigger slightly. Oh, that's the scoring tool. Then I need, and it's so weird. So that's why I knew this wasn't going to be exactly 5.5. Just cutting into it, I already knew I had to fix that. And 4.25 in the other direction. And please don't get it wrong when I say how to work with them. I know how, like, they don't tell me anything. No company has ever told me like, this is how you need to work with this, or say this, or no, never. Unless it's like a sale, right? Obviously I want to mention, oh, it's, you know, 20%, whatever, those kinds of things. But no one tells me what to say or how to work with things at all. None of the companies I work with. So that's always good. And okay. The cardstock that I'm going to put in the background, I think we're going to do something else, not just have those cute cupcakes just on this, because they might get kind of lost. So I do have a scrap of white paper here, and I'm going to see if I can maybe cut some kind of something, I don't know, like a little matte layer that's cute. Okay, this paper is really big, but it's also crooked. So I'm going to measure it from down here. See, this is not straight. So I am going to say 4 1/8. So 4 1/8. And see how it's still crooked because of the way I'm holding the paper. I'm going to pay attention to that and try to straighten it out. A lot of times there'll be another area like this line, but I can't even line this up here because of the size of the paper. So I'm just eyeballing. Actually, what I'm going to do is let's make it a little bit bigger. How about that? 4 1/4. That way I can cut it down to what I need to. 5 3/8. Okay, and now I'll do 4 1/8. 4 1/8. There we go. So with a piece like this, unless it doesn't really, this isn't going to help me for anything. I would probably just get rid of it because it's pattern paper. That was just like white or black paper like this. Smaller pieces like this I keep because I can do a tag or, you know, sentiment or something like that, right? With this piece, that piece I just showed you, I don't think much was going to go on with that, so I will toss it. I end up with all kinds of scraps of paper, and then I'm like, you need to clean this up a little bit. It is going to drive me nuts a little bit that these are perfect and this is cut into. I should have paid attention to that, but that's okay. All right. There we go. And then with this paper, I'm just going to run that through something. Oh, I need to put this guy away. I need to put these on magnetic sheets. You know, it's easy for me just to put all my Spellbinders things like this, but they really need to go on magnetic carriers like these other ones back here. I'm thinking a cute oval. I do also have my diamond press ones. Oh, okay, this might work. I was thinking more of a scalloped oval, but this will be okay. I think these are the Fluted classics from not diamond press, from Spellbinders. Yeah, okay. So let's do that. And it has a matte layer, or you include this, or you know, go to the next matte layer if you want, or you make a frame, you know, all these different ways of using this particular set. I'm just going to put this here, and oh, I put too much clothes in my laundry. I can hear it struggling. You guys ever do that? And then it just sounds like a rumbling that's very, very loud. Okay, I'm going to run this through and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this little guy. And as you guys know, with the Grand Marquis type sets, the ones that have bigger dies, they're not including a folder because that folder is more of a permanent piece, and obviously they cost more to create than these little guys. So whenever you order a die and press set, they generally come with one of these. Unless it's a Grand Marquis set, then it's not going to have a folder. Also, you can always email die and press things like customer service at die and press or whatever their customer service email is, and provide them with a receipt of all the different whatever you buy from HSN, and they will send you a free folder. And I'm talking about this regular folder, right? And they can do that every time. So it's something you might want to look into if you guys didn't know. So they come with the folders, and then you can also get an extra one for free. At least that's what they were doing still. I don't know if it seems like they're still doing that. You can look into that. Okay. So I'm trying to see. This calls for a cupcake. You're the cherry on top, sprinkled with birthday wishes. I'm just thinking if I'm going to, you know, put something on here. Oh, look at that. No, that fits like in here. That's cute. Sending sprinkles of joy. You make life sweet. Maybe. I mean, even the happy birthday with that little roundness. That is so interesting. Maybe because it fits in that cloche, right? Maybe like if you want to stamp in here. I don't know why it's rounded like that. That's very cute because it works for this situation. Maybe we'll do happy birthday. I'm going to stamp it on here. This is what I was kind of looking into. And I'm just going to go for it, which is always a little scary, but you know, especially when it's kind of rounded like this, I have to really pay attention. And I think I'll pop it up here, and then my little cupcake will be down here, or, you know, if you want 2 cupcakes, whatever it is you're trying to do. Cute. I love the font on this, and let's see if I can get this on here. Oh my gosh, a little scary, a little scary. And again, I just make sure it's touching everywhere before I lift this up. And hopefully that'll be okay. Oh, not too bad, right? I mean... Okay, so I'm going to glue that down just with some glue, and I'm going to glue this in the very center, and I'll be right back. I just put a little weight on that just to keep it flat for a moment. I made some choices. I don't even know if these are the best choices. Now that I look at this pink, it kind of matches the dots there. And then for the topping, you know, for the icing, I was thinking like a light pink. This is like one of the pinks I found. It has a texture to it, so I'm like, I don't know. Okay. A couple ideas or a couple thoughts here. You can definitely color this or stamp that on, you know, plain paper. so that you have the color of your cake. But I think I'm just going to use this light kind of color so it looks a little vanilla but like baked. So I'm just going to die cut that. I'm not going to stamp it. And then with this guy, I want to use this light pink and then just put the stripes, right? This part of it, because I don't need to color it, right? So you have 2 layers if you want to color your white paper. And then for the icing, I think I want this guy, but again, I don't need to color the paper. So I'm just going to use this part. And then there's also sprinkles you can use for that one. So let me see where those sprinkles are. So this is on here. I mean, if you want to do sprinkles, you don't have to. Let me see what, oh, this one. Okay, so we'll do that. Nope. And I'm just gonna stamp it, I think, my eye here. So for like this pink one, sorry. And get my pink ink, so it's like tone on tone. And maybe this, well, it's kind of purpley pink, isn't it? Let me see. And I'll just hold that down. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so I'll use that one. And then for the pink accent up here, I want it to be kind of light. You know, it's just making like the shadows or whatever from this. So maybe this one. Also, this is a little bit dangerous because, again, this is textured paper, so I probably should use a stamp positioner, but I'm just going to let it do whatever. Okay, so it's very, very light, but I like that. And then do we want to use also pink sprinkles, which I think can go there. And maybe I'll do this one. And again, I'm just eyeballing all this. So this kind of goes in there. Okay, all right. So we have a little accent of color for the swirls and then the sprinkles. Okay. So then as far as the dies go, I put this here. We have a couple different sets. This is the one for the, oopsie, for the cupcake itself, right? This part. And then we have all kinds of cute toppings and things like that. Again, the cherries and the candles and all these different things. But I'm going to do that. And then, oh, which one of these dies? Why was my eye? I was looking at that one, but I thought, is that it? Yeah, it's this one. So, again, I'm just kind of eyeballing that. Looks pretty good. I can see where that little swirl is going. So I think that looks good right there. And then we need this cupcake liner. And if I can see what I'm doing, that's great. Yeah. So there's one line here and one line there. Okay, so let's pay attention to that. That's the one. Where's the other one? Over there. So I'm going to bring this over just a little bit. See where those points are going? That's probably what I need to pay attention to. There's like a little line. And how high up? Maybe there, maybe a little bit lower, maybe here. Okay, that's where I'm going to put that. So each of these little points is basically going into the one of the little zigzags. See that? I think that's where it needs to be. All right, I'll run these through and I will be right back. Okay. I'm gonna just wash my hands, get some of the ink off, and I still see some water on my hands. Okay. Cute. Oh my gosh. And again, I eyeballed this. I probably could have moved it over just a little bit more that way, but that's all right. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's it. So then you have this piece here. I was just trying to see if they had more information on the instruction or however. Cute. Very quick. Again, I mean, I just used colored paper, so I didn't have to do the stamping a couple times, but if you want to do that, you can definitely do that. Of course, that way the sky's the limit. Putting the little bread a little bit higher up on there. And that's cute. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. And like I said, you know, you have your cherries, you have strawberries, you have cute little, this little banner. Actually, I didn't even think I pointed that out at the beginning. That's so cute. So it has "You're Sweet," but then it looks like it says "You're Sweet," and that can definitely like be tucked in at the top here, kind of like a Hershey Kiss. That's what it looks like to me. Cute. Okay. I'm gonna let that set up a little bit because I'm gonna put some dimensionals on the back of it. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so just put some dimensionals on the back of that guy, and that's really sweet. I mean, you know, if you want to put 2 of them on here, you have plenty of room for that. I have that one pristine little cupcake right down the center. I think that looked really cute. Turn that over and press that down. And that is my card. Again, simple. You have the instruction here. You have cute images. I mean, if you want to put like a little bunting on there, like those bunt cakes that have like their little banners on them, cute stuff like that. Just a lot you can do with this set. I mean, it's crazy. So thanks for watching, guys. I will have, oh yeah, look at this. Oh, look at the put on the candle. That is very cute. Okay, I will have images coming up. Again, links is appropriate, but not to this quite yet. At least probably, I would say probably not ever, to be honest, because when it's something like this, I don't know. It seems like they always have just the right amount. But thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for requesting the video. Again, if you guys ever want to see something, I need to see at least a few people asking for the same thing, and then, you know, we'll get on that. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.